Welcome to Dublin. We're at the Innovation Summit 2018. I appreciate you being here. Would you mind just sharing with the audience your name, your title, and how you're involved in FineHeart?
Yeah, thank you. So my name is Arnaud Mascarell. I'm the CEO of FineHeart. FineHeart is a MedTech company located in Bordeaux, in France. So when we founded the company, let's say 8 years ago, we had the clear vision, the vision to disrupt the LVAD market, the vision to propose to the patient suffering from severe heart failure a long-term sustainable solution. So I will explain you why and how we will do this.
Perfect. So before we get to the technology side, did you develop your interest in technology at an early age, or was there a specific event in your life that led you to medical devices?
I am a biomedical engineer. So I had my graduate, I don't remember, maybe more than 20 years ago. And so I started my career already in research and development in Air Liquide, a French company, working on specific reanimator and anesthetist devices. And quickly, I joined Medtronic.
Mechatronic is a common theme.
Yeah, so Medtronic is a terrific company for the MedTech development. And I joined the company as a clinical research engineer. But living in France, the Medtronic company in France was more dedicated to sales and marketing. I had to do an MBA and to jump to more sales and marketing functions. And when I founded FineHeart, I just came back to my initial wish, which was developing real devices in order to help the patients.
Who did you look to in your early career for inspiration?
So I had to come back earlier before joining Medtronic when I was still a student. So I studied technical things, so electronics, mechanics, and really at that time, I had more or less one regret, not to have performed any medical studies. And I met one professor, one teacher, explaining that maybe it would be too late, but if I had the chance, I would maybe prefer to develop and to go in a medical science. And it just told me, it's not too late. You can go for biomedical engineering. And this is the reason why I joined my school, teaching, learning more, as much as possible, any medical and physiological aspects in order to split and to mix it with the strong technical science that I learned before. And it was for me, let's say, a discovery. I really wanted to put the service, all the technical service I had in order to help the patients and to develop things which would help the patients.
I couldn't agree more. I think our medical device industry, we have a commonality that we all want to improve patient care and patient quality of life. What inspired you to found FineHeart, and at what point did you realize, wow, I have something here?
So, actually, I co-founded the company with Dr. Stéphane Garrigue. And this doctor had a wonderful idea and came to me with this idea. I was even convinced that this idea would have already been thought about or patented somewhere because it was so obvious. And so we had some initial research to see in the patent list if there is something which was attached to what we wanted to do. And when we realized that we had something which was really completely disruptive, really simple in the way it works, we decided to found the company.
So you had the idea, you had the concept, you did your market research and realized that there was a space for it and a need for it. So what was your number one priority when building the team?
So the number one priority was to find the guy able to just design what we had in mind. We wanted to propose to patients a pump, a turbine, which is the size of my finger, which is implanted inside the heart. And this pump able to see when the heart contracts, when the aortic valve opens. So let's say the heart is this room, we're in this room, and the aortic valve is the door over there. And we had to take all the blood inside this big chamber to accelerate it, and when the aortic valve opens, when the door opens, just to eject in a way to increase the cardiac output. This is the only way to decrease the heart failure of the patient. But to do this, it's something which was completely disruptive. We never saw this kind of pump turbine in the medical space. And so we make some research, and we found out that it was in the petrochemical industry that you have this kind of things. You've got a big tanker, pipeline, and you have got big turbine just accelerating the petrol in front of each kind of oleoduct. And so the first thing that we did is just go to a petrochemical industry and just take an engineer, an expert from this industry. And this guy is already our research director by FineHeart, 8 years later.
That's a wonderful story.
Yeah.
So finding the right person for the right job who complemented what you brought to the table and maybe filled in the gaps was your number one priority.
Exactly.
So what was the last milestone that FineHeart has achieved?
So the last one was starting from this idea, having today a completely fully implantable proof of concept prototype, which was implanted in a ship, which show its efficiency, which show its redundancy of efficiency, which was able to be powered without any wire. So what we had in mind already exists. So after 8 years of development, we are here. And this was the last milestone that we reached. And of course, no, we need to go further. We need to go for longer animal trials. We need to go to the human, etc., etc. But today, starting from just this idea, this concept, we know have something concrete in the end, which already prove its performances.
Congratulations, that is a milestone. Talk me through the journey from patient diagnosis to the implantation of your device.
Okay, so heart failure is a degenerative disease. So when we diagnose heart failure to a patient, at the beginning, medication is sufficient. So, and heart failure, and patient is really well treated through the medicament, through the drugs. But when it becomes severe, and this is the point, medication is not sufficient enough, and we have to use medical devices, and this is where today we have an issue. So as soon as we'll have the FineHeart icons ready, when the heart failure will be diagnosed, we will be able to propose either pacemaker, CRT pacemakers, depending if this heart failure is induced by electrical disorders or not. And if not, what we aim is to have another proposition for this patient, which is our innovation. And so, as soon as the heart failure becomes severe enough to grant for a medical device implantation, our device will be referred for an implantation to this patient.
Perfect, thank you. So looking ahead, what are FineHeart's 2018 priorities?
So, I'm here today to raise money, of course. So my priority is to offer the opportunity to venture capitalists or even corporates, I don't know, to invest in the company. So again, we know the proof of concept, the fully implantable device is ready. So we need money in order to perform all the preclinical activities which are required by the FDA and by all competent authorities if we want to go to the first in human. So we have to prepare the pre-industrialization of the innovation. We have to certify it and to continue developing the quality management system. Because of course, if you have a device but you don't have all the regulatory documentation, etc., you will just not be authorized to go further. So of course, it costs some money to do this. We really aim to set up US-based firm, daughter firm from FineHeart in order to prepare for the clinical stages. So for the next 3 years, we have many things to do. And of course, I'm here to find a good partner wishing to take part to the adventure and to, maybe to write the new story of the heart failure management with us.
I love it. Well, thank you so much for being here today. I
Thank you.
really appreciate it. I wish you the best of luck.
Thank you.